Guys, this is Tarot with Kittens, Weights, and Tarot, and today I want to go over my wands collection. During, I think it was one of my last live chats, somebody was asking if I could do a collection showing off the wands that I use. What do I use them for? Kind of where did I get them? Things like that. There are some people that I know have some like a massive collections when it comes to wands. For me, I guess it's pretty simplified. And I do sometimes have like stand-in wands. So stand-in could be my finger. Sometimes I just use my finger as a wand, and that's the OG way of doing it. And I do have some longer pieces of quartz crystal that I use sometimes. But for like proper wands, these are the ones that I have. So let's just we'll start over here, and then we'll work our way in. Okay, so let's start off with the first wand here. Just get that in focus. And this actually came from one of my good friends. His name's James, and you might know him as Light of Riga. And he has a shop called Light of Riga on Etsy. And he sells all manner of crystals. He is like the crystal dude. He also has a YouTube channel here, so check him out, Light of Riga. But he makes these beautiful scepters, these beautiful wands, and he chooses the crystals that he thinks would go best with different pieces of wood. And this wood here is I believe eucalyptus, and so eucalyptus it grows abundantly around here in San Diego, but he lives up north, but still here in California. So he would obviously have access to eucalyptus as well. But oh my gosh, just take a look at this crystal. Like, the power in there is just freaking awesome. And then down at the other end, we have this quartz sphere. And so that's actually why I got it, is because it has two ends with two varying energies to it, so that I could use the wand in different ways. And I do work with, I'm a green witch, so I have like a lot of nature-based things, and so I do work with, plants and trees and things like that. So it was nice to, have this beautiful, beautiful piece of earth to hold in my hands. So for me, I use this for kind of bigger things if I'm trying to like really pull in some elements like the moon, the sun, again, depending on which way I am actually holding the wand. So yeah, and I don't really use this one to cast a circle. It's more when I'm like trying to draw energy in, using some like big forces of energy like sun, moon energy, stars, or I'm trying to push something away. Also, again, dependent on which way I am facing it. For this side, I see it just kind of as more, a little more soft, a little more receptive, and this one being a little more like directional of energy, like pointing energy. So I guess you could say it's got a good balance of masculine and feminine. So yeah, this, all these wands are my favorites. This one I would say is probably one of my favorite to hold. It's just got a really good energy to it. And then this wand here actually came from the Witch's Moon box. So I've been a subscriber to the Witch's Moon for a few years now. I've always loved everything that they put out. They're also a lovely group of witches. And this was a hand-carved wand. So check this out. And you can even see the etchings, up at the top here. It's got lovely paint to it. Again, also very earthy. It has the kind of like root system, that we're all connected. And also a beautiful crystal up at the top here. And I like that it has these etchings in the crystal. It's just, there's just so much going on in there. And I'm like, yes. So this one, I pull out when I'm actually doing quicker, I want to say quicker spells, but spells that need to happen more quickly. There we go. So when I'm looking to bring something in, like tomorrow, Then this is the wand that I used, and I'm not quite sure, you know, like there's nothing that came with the wands that says use it for this type of spell or this type of spell. It's just like the feeling that I get with them. So if I need to do something fast, and the spell itself may not be fast, but how it must manifest needs to happen quickly, then this is the one that I use. And then moving on to this cute little wand, this was actually my very first wand. I guess my very first like nicer looking wand, because I lie, I have had wands before, but they've just been branches. That's when I was a kid. And so when I had wands, they were just branches of trees. So I cannot tell you where my first actual branch is. My parents probably threw it away. But this was like my first like official wand. And so I got this probably, I don't know, like 7 or 8 years ago on Etsy. Wow, it's been a while. But I really loved the wire wrapping. I loved that this was a Smokey Quartz on the end. I also loved the, you know, just the metallic design on the piece of wood. And then we got this gorgeous little feather. I've had to glue that in multiple times because Loki kept ripping it out. And Wally and Presley, our old cat. I don't know, it's just a really popular wand amongst the kitties. But it's also got this beautiful blue wrap, which this is one of my favorite colors. So that's also why I got this wand. It's just a beautiful color. It's got the smoky quartz on the end. I love working with smoky quartz. And this is also reminiscent to when I just, you know, worked with twigs and sticks and branches and stuff like that when I was a kid. So this is my first official like wand, like, maybe like 7 or 8 years ago. So yeah. And I'm sorry, I don't remember what the shop was, just because it's been a while. It's been a minute. Okay, so then moving on, again, we have a stick, an actual just stick, but this comes from near where I live, so up in, it's called like the Laguna Mountains. So there is a section that was burned in wildfires that we had many years ago, and this was just kind of like left over from that. And so you can see that, you know, part of the stick here is charred and part of it is not. And it just really called out to me that it just kind of wanted to come home with me. I love the energy of it. It's very regenerative energy. And so I would say of all these beautiful wands, this is the one that I work with the most. It's straight from Mother Nature, called to me, and it's just got this like resilience. So if I'm doing anything quite powerful, this is my baby. Okay, and then moving on to this gorgeous one here. This is made out of clay. And in here we have all sorts of manner of different stones. So up here we have a beautiful amethyst crystal, and then we have some citrine, and then we have some quartz. Well, I mean, citrine and amethyst are a type of quartz, but just your regular clear quartz. And then of course with the clay, it's red, white, and black, which I thought was interesting because that's actually my old high school colors. We were red, white, and black. We were the Trojans. And this one I got as part of a trade. So I don't know, probably about like 6 years ago or so, I was trading some decks, and there was a lady. I was like just trying to move my decks on, so I didn't really want to sell them, but I was looking more, you know, because I didn't really want to wasn't like trying to make money or anything off my decks. I just wanted to do a nice little trade, and I didn't want to add more decks to my collection. And she's like, well, I make wands, and she says I can make one based off of your energy. So I was like, heck yeah. So she made this for me, and I told her, I said, because I didn't know what it was going to look like when it showed up, and when it finally did, I was like, oh my gosh, those are my alma mater's like school colors. And the fact that she had amethyst and sunstone, I'm like, those are definitely me. So I'd say she did tap into my energy quite well. So this isn't one that I use often, but if I'm just kind of like rotating wands out, which I do every now and then, kind of based on the energy of my altar as well, I do bust this one out. I would say probably more around fall. So I don't know, this is more like the energy of fall to me. So yeah, okay, let's move on to our second to last wand over here. And this one came from also the Witch's Moon box. And this, I was like, holy cow, it's like there's a freaking crystal in a seashell. And the fact that it just like fits in my right hand just like so perfectly, like yeah, I like that. So again, I would say that this comes out more around towards summertime. So this is probably coming out on my altar fairly shortly because we're heading into the summer months. But again, it has a beautiful quartz crystal. And I like that it's a longer crystal sticking out of the end too. I thought that was just really, really cool. And I have seashells. Like I do conchomancy. I have conchomancy readings on my website. I definitely work with, ocean's energy, beach energy, seashell, mermaid, all that stuff. And it's probably because I live in a beach town. And I kind of have just like always lived near the beach. As much as I love the desert and the mountains, I've just always grown up by the beach. So yeah, this is going to be coming out pretty soon. And also good for doing any type of like love spells or relationship type spells of any kind. And then my last wand here is a Selenite Wand. I can't remember where I got this one because I have a few Selenite wands. I just happen to like this one the best. I just like its energy the best. I know they technically look the same, but energetically, this one likes being on my altar. So I keep this one on my altar along with maybe one of these wands. So I use this one actually to cast my circles, my energetic circles. And when I cast a circle, I call in the elements. So all of these other ones are for the actual spell itself. For this one, I use it always for casting a circle and for clearing my own energy. And I just feel like it's got a nice little energy to it as well. So it's pretty good at clearing my energy. So yeah. Okay. Well, those of you that requested this, I hope you guys liked looking at my wand collection. Like I said, I don't have a humongous collection, but they're all very special to me. And I kind of like it this way where I don't have a lot of wands. They're all meaningful and they all serve a very specific purpose. So I love my wand babies. So yeah, maybe if you guys want to do a VR to this and you want to tag me, I'd love to see what you guys have in your wand collection. Maybe you just have one wand and you want to tell us a little story about it. I would love to hear about your stories. So yeah, we could just call it VR hashtag, let's see, hashtag my wand collection. If you want to do that, hashtag my wand collection. All right. So yeah, that's it for me, spiritual homies. I hope you guys dug this. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to click subscribe and don't forget to click that ding, ding, ding notification bell for more videos just like this. And if you want to catch a reading from me, head over to www.kittenswaitsandtarot.com. I have a ton of different readings. Like I said, I also have conchomancy readings, but I have a lot of different kinds. And I also have my room and body sprays. I have my salves. I have one bracelet left of my handmade bracelets that, all the rest have sold out. My witch kit's sold out. So I have another item, a new item that I've never had before coming to my shop next month. So stay tuned for that. And I also have my Wally's World Oracle, which is community created and community funded. So definitely go check out my little Wally's World. If you want to send a little love my way, think about joining the KWT tribe over at patreon.com/kittenswaitsandtarot. There's tons of awesome stuff over there for you guys. Crystally goodness, witchy live chats, monthly readings, channeled messages, all kinds of stuff. Oh, and I forgot about my newsletter. Go ahead and sign up for my newsletter. It's on my website, kittensweightsandtarot.com. And I hit your inbox once a month. I don't send like spammy stuff or promotional stuff. Like, it's just my newsletter. And I have witchy DIYs, arts and crafts DIYs, YouTube channels that I'm watching, tea that I'm drinking, herbs that I'm using, decks that I'm using, and lots of awesome stuff like that. So if that interests you, sign up for my newsletter. It's absolutely free. And yeah, I would love to send that to you. So anyway, that's it for me, spiritual homies. I will catch you later. Peace, love, and chicken grease. Peace out.